student loan and financial wellness benefit, and there's two parts of the program. So the first part is the repayment program. And what the repayment program enables you as a 401k participant or just an employee to do is with the retirement match as it's set today, it's a safe harbor match where you're eligible for 100% match on the first 3%, 50% match on the next 2%. So in essence, if you contribute 5, you get 4%. So currently, and with every plan, this is how it is. You have to receive that to your 401k or lose that. But we know, and your employer knows, that's why they're offering this, that you have other financial wellness needs. So the retirement is great. Obviously, we want everybody to save for retirement, but you might have some more pressing needs, and these dollars are being offered. So we want to make this match or this benefit bucket of dollars more flexible for you to use it where you need it and hopefully get, all of your financial wellness in the best position possible. So with the Thrive repayment program, any retirement match that is not going to your retirement account can be allocated to 3 different account buckets. One is your student loans, the next is a 529 college savings account, and the third is emergency savings account. All of these accounts are your accounts. You're going to set any of these up prior to enrolling in Thrive, and then enrolling in Thrive, you're going to register the account where you want those dollars to go. So let's do a little bit of a deeper dive into what does this match concept mean, because I know this is new. So we'll go through 3 different illustrations of employees and how they could use this benefit. Janie's contributing 5% to her 401k. She's getting the 4% match. Tommy, no contribution to the 401k, other needs, contributing 5% to the 401k. He's getting a 4% match to 5% to his student loans, getting a 4% match. And then Lila is splitting it up between the two. She's going to contribute to her 401k. She's going to fill up her emergency savings, and she's going to receive match to both places. So hopefully that's super clear. Now that I went through that twice, apologize for that. And this is going to be the page that you see when you get your customized link. It's going to say, hey, do you want to use your benefit dollars? Absolutely yes. You'll click yes, and you will be taken to this page, which is a really important page because this is the page where you're going to decide how much you want to contribute. It will be pre-populated with what you're currently contributing to your 401k and what your current match is. You are now going to come down here and decide as a percentage how much you want to have payroll deducted for Thrive. And this employer monthly contribution will automatically populate based on your contribution to Thrive and what's going on in your 401k. So for instance, if you're contributing 5% to your 401k, you will see that your match within your retirement is 4%. And you can contribute to Thrive any amount you want, maybe as just a payroll deduction to fill out that savings. But you will see your employer match for Thrive is 0 because the 4% is already going to your retirement account. And you will see this orange button that says not maximize. In that case, it will turn purple and say maximize, because really the goal is you're being offered these dollars, use them in any way that you can. So when you are contributing between retirement and Thrive 5% or more, you'll see this button goes to maximize. You'll know you're getting your full benefit dollars. So you'll use this page to determine how much on a monthly basis you want to go to the account that you register. You can play around with this retirement number to say, oh, well, what would it be at 3%, 4%, 1%? However, you will see a pop-up that says any changes on the Thrive enrollment are for illustration purposes only. It's not going to change your 401k contribution. You can just use this to kind of calculator and see how much you want to contribute to Thrive. If in the end you decide, well, I want to maximize my match, so I'm going to increase my 401k, decrease my 401k, whatever you want to do, you then need to go on to your record keeper site to your login and make that change. So this is for really illustration purposes only. However, the Thrive contribution that you enter here is for signing up for Thrive, and that is telling the Thrive platform, this is how much I would like to have payroll deducted for Thrive, and you'll see how much match you're eligible for. So you will click enter, you'll go to another screen that confirms it, and that is all you need to do there. There's also, over on this left side, a loan payoff calculator. If you are using this program to pay off your student loans, this is a great illustration for you. So you can enter your data of how much your principal is, what your interest is, and how much you're currently paying, and how much you would pay with Thrive. So, and it will tell you how much time you will shave off of your loan, which is great to see. Now, this question comes up a lot. Can I use the Thrive program to make my monthly payment? And the answer is yes, though timing is something to be aware of. And I'll talk about timing later, but plenty of participants use this as their monthly payment, understanding the timing. The other way that you can, a strategic way you can use the program is saying, I'm going to continue to make my payment. I'm going to receive additional dollars from my employer. I'm going to pay down my loan quicker. So either use this as the current monthly payment or use this to an additional payment to pay it down quicker. Either way, the timing of the Thrive payments is important to understand. So we will get to that in a moment. So that is the Thrive calculator. And now you're going to register your accounts. Like I said, it can be as many as you want. So you're going to click on the button on top of which account type you want to register. If it's a student loan, they just ask you for your date of birth and your cell phone number, and that's how they pull up your loan. So another thing to be aware of is the way we pull your loans into the Thrive program so we can get the latest and greatest data to make the payment is through a soft credit pull. It's not going to affect your credit score. It's a soft credit pull. Now, if you took your loans out under a maiden name, or if your name is Elizabeth Smith, but you're registered in Thrive as Beth Smith, when you try to pull up your loans, it's going to say there's no compatible loans. That generally means two things. One is your loans, as they're registered with the credit bureau, your name is different. The name that we have in Thrive is different than the name that on your credit score, which is a very easy fix. You will just reach out to us and say, I'm getting this message. This is no compatible loans. We will look at what your name is on your credit score. And if it's different than how you're registered in Thrive, and this happens all the time, it's usually with a maiden name or a shortened name that you're registered in Thrive, we'll just update your name in our system on the back end. It doesn't change. And then you'll be able to register. The other times you will see that is, there's a lot of this going on right now. I think we're kind of towards the end of this, but loan servicers are moving loans to different loan servicers. And until they send the credit bureau, until the new servicer tells the credit service, the credit bureau, that they now have your loans, your credit report is not pulling up any loans. So if that's the case, we have to wait until it's being reported. So those are the two times you'll see not compatible. 90% of the time, there's going to be no issue. You're going to see your loans, you'll click it, you register it. But if you get there's no compatible loans, it's one of those two things. You'll reach out to our help desk and we will let you know. If it's a name issue, that takes a second. If it's the credit bureau, then we just have to wait. But either way, we'll tell you. At Emergency Savings, we use Plaid. You just pull down your bank and enter your username and password, and you'll pull the loans in. And 529s, you'll pull the 529 that your account is with, whether it's Ohio, Arizona, whomever, and whatever information we need, you'll enter it there. So registration is super easy. You need to allocate to 100%. So if you have 50-50 or whatever you want it to be, so it won't let you confirm until you have entered your allocation. So if you're only registering one account, obviously it's 100%. And that just means 100% of these dollars I want to go to. It's not 100% of my pay is going there. It's 100% of my benefit dollars through Thrive. I want to go to this account, or 50-50 or 25 times 4, however you want that to be. And that's it. Then you're done, and you'll actually then be launched onto your employee portal. So you only need to, this registration as the first time. After that, you've created a login. From there on, you will log into your own portal, similar to what you have with your 401k. And that's where you'll see your payment timing, all the payments that have gone. Maybe you want to make a change to the account type, you would do it there, or you want to change your payroll deductions for Thrive. All of that happens on your portal. So after you enroll, you'll be launched onto your portal, and then thereafter, you'll go directly there for anything that you need to do with Thrive. So I told you there's two parts of the student loan benefit and financial wellness benefit that you're being offered under Thrive. The second part is assistance with federal student loans. So for anybody who has federal student loans, you know that there are ways to improve those loans through a myriad of federal programs. All of them are available to you directly through the Department of Education, but assistance and resource and education, that's what we do, because we know that it should be easy to enroll. It's not. So we're here to help. So what we offer is monthly webinars. Well, let me just quickly just kind of talk about what an income-driven repayment plan is. If any of you don't know what it is, if you have a federal student loan, you came out of school on a standard repayment plan, and maybe that payment is affordable and you don't need to do anything, but maybe it is high relative to your income. And we see that a lot. And if you're in a situation where it is high relative to your income, you have access to an income-driven repayment plan. Every federal loan borrower does, not Parent Plus loans, but loans in your own name. Parent Plus loans do have federal programs, but they're not always eligible for these income programs. So you should be aware that there are programs that you can enroll into that look at your family size and income and change your monthly payment based on that data rather than your principal. So what we offer on this side of the house is education. So we offer monthly webinars. You're all invited and you'll receive more information about that. I just put a QR code on here. Anybody who wants to take a picture and register, we do that monthly. And if you have federal student loans, every day is a different day in the world of federal student loans, with servicers coming and going and new programs coming and going, and Supreme Court saying this one's unconstitutional and this one being accepted. So there's a lot going on. So these are great. You are invited to these. Your family members are invited to these. So if you're parents of Parent Plus loans, if you have kids who have federal loans, this is a benefit that is for you and your family members. You can, join them. They're monthly. They're always a little bit different. And we talk about what's going on. We take questions. Really, really great resource. The other part of what we offer is a one-time free loan review with our student loan advisors. Again, you're welcome and your family members are welcome. Just let them know that you're part of this group. These are 30-minute sessions where our advisors will look at your loans at the source, which is through the Department of Education, and see what you have, what type of loans, and then what programs you're eligible for. Oftentimes, they find defaulted loans that maybe you didn't know about, or loan types that are really eligible for great programs you might not know about. This is kind of what we see all day, every day. So if you have a federal loan and you've never looked into these programs, come to a webinar, sign up for one of these sessions. There's no cost. These are all great. Now, if you have a call with an advisor and they say, hey, you're eligible for ABC program and your payments would be this and you'd qualify for loan forgiveness, either take that information, if that program sounds good, go on the Department of Education and enroll yourself, or you have the option of working with our advisors for a fee and enter into our enrollment service and be a part of our advisory service. So either way, the goal is for you to know what you're eligible for, enroll if it makes sense, use us if it makes sense. But this is a great benefit, especially right now with the world of federal loans in such a disarray. And borrowers like you are the ones who are always left without, having a go-to. And if you call your servicer, you know how that is, if you even get through. So we hear these horror stories daily. So we are here for you as part of the Thrive team. Lastly, important considerations about these programs. So number one, your contributions to Thrive are after tax. Your employer benefit dollars to Thrive, if you're registering a student loan, are tax-free. at least through the end of the year, and then maybe beyond, we'll see, but definitely through the end of the year, tax-free up to $5,250 a year, which is fantastic. Your employer benefit dollars, if you're using this program to fund an emergency savings or 529, are taxable as ordinary income. Enrollment. So you have every month until the 24th to either enroll or make a change so that it's then in effect for the following month. So because the program is starting July 1st-ish, you have until July 24th to enroll for the first month. Enrollment is ongoing. It's a rolling enrollment, but it is based on what you did in the prior month. So if you want to get started as soon as possible, you'll enroll before July 24th, which means that your payroll deductions will start in August, and then your payments will be initiated at the end of each payroll. Okay, so you want to be clear on the timing. And then let's say you're enrolled and then you decide, oh, I have a new student loan, I want to change an account, I want to change my payroll. Do it by the 24th of the month and it will take effect for the next month. So enroll, and any changes, the hard stop for 1 month to take effect for the next month is the 24th. So now let's talk about payment timing. If your payments are going to, your savings account or 529, you're not as concerned about the timing, but it is still good to know. Student loans are another thing because you have a deadline. You have a due date on that student loan. So your payments are going to be initiated with every payroll period, the end of every payroll period. It can take, 7 to 10 business days to reach your student loan servicer. You will get an email in real time when your payment is initiated. It gets transferred very quickly to your servicer, but then loan servicers sit on them, hold them, post them, and then apply them. That timing is not on us, and we don't really have control over it. It's on your loan servicer. So best practice is continue to make your student loan payment outside of Thrive during the first month or so of the Thrive program. You will then see when your payment is hitting and applying, and then you can make your Thrive payment early, right? So maybe like in August, you make your own payment, Thrive makes your payment. So now you're early on your payment because you don't want to be late on your payment. So payments with the Thrive program are not based on any individual's due date. Obviously, it's based on the program. So generally, you'll get the hang of this very quickly, but we just want to give you that heads up. Now, the other part of this is of making sure you make your own payment to start with is every loan servicer is a little different. The federal loan providers, we have a pretty good handle on them. We understand the timing because the majority of loans are federal. If you have a private servicer, it might be a servicer we've never paid before. So we have to set up that payment rail. So it could be the first time a little bit longer. We pay almost, not almost all, but many, many private lenders, but there's always one-offs that we've never heard of before. So in order to make your payments, make sure that they're on time. Make sure that you continue to make your payments until you see the Thrive payment hit. And now we know we're up and running. You know what, the timing is from when it was initiated to when your loan servicer applies it, and you're good to go.